Pour the brownie mix into the bag, sprinkle on the nuts, fold it down and again, and then microwave it for 10 minutes.
How to Cook That is ostensibly a how-to baking channel. I'm a frequent viewer myself. I love Anne Reardon's recipes and her escapades with her loving husband and 3 children. However, being such a loyal Anne fan, I was able to notice something a little weird about her delivery. Like, if I'm watching 8 marvelous sugar decorations that you need to know how to cook that Anne Reardon, then I'd expect a sensational and informative series of instructions for how to make all sorts of simple sugar servings.
Now they are very, very fragile, so be careful not to just drop them. Only silly people would do that.
And that's exactly what it is. It's a weekly rewatch of mine. The bulk of Anne Reardon's content is delivered in step-by-step instructions just like this, which makes sense. It's a how-to channel. Whether I'm watching a video about weird chocolate truffles or sugar balloon bowls, I want to feel like I could follow along at home if I were so inclined. But this tone is also present in places where I wouldn't expect it. Like when she expands into more ambitious and traditionally cake-tubey creations, like a one-to-one chocolate replica of a Picasso sculpture, or a giant chocolate replica of a Roy Lichtenstein print, or a giant cake in the shape of Shirley Squirrel's head from the Nut Job 2, Nutty by Nature.
Now you need to carve the top of his nose a little bit skinnier, just like you can see in the picture. And make his mouth come up a little bit on the edges too to make him smile.
There's no difference in presentation. She's expecting at least some of us to go to her website, print out the templates you can see her using, and sculpt our own Nut Job 2 Nutty by Nature themed cake. But sure, like, who the hell is she to tell us which of her creations are assumed to be DIY projects and which are just her own solipsistic exercise? It's fun to imagine following along, perhaps even more so when the cake is such an extravagant creation. But it gets a little weirder. She maintains this patient instructional tone even when it's very clear that she's the only person who would ever do this, like in the Mini Kitchen series.
So put some cookies into a bag and then crush them using a rolling pin.
You know, just so viewers can follow along with their own functioning mini replica kitchen, complete with a tiny stove and tiny kitchen appliances. That's such a precise mix of skills that the ratio between people who are actually gleaning useful information from these videos and those who are just watching for the novelty has to be like 1 to a million. But it gets even weirder than that. In the past couple of years, Anne has expanded into a few other avenues that I expect more of you to be familiar with. Like Cake Rescue, where she takes viral internet cake fails and shows how you could hypothetically transform the remains into a functional dessert. What I noticed from watching the entire series like 10 times is that Anne will occasionally, for just a couple seconds at a time, slip into that instructional tone while she's attempting to recreate the disaster she's rescuing.
Pipe on the frog, and we have recreated the fail. Add a bit of pink for the lips, and I've made my fail somehow look worse than the original.
And in a move that's gotten her the most attention in recent years, she's begun testing and debunking life hack-style recipes from content farms like 5 Minute Crafts. And, bafflingly, she also uses her instructional tone here. New, Debunking Exposing Fake Viral Videos 2020 briefly transforms into a tutorial for making this abominable omelette in an orange recipe that I can follow along with just like everything else she puts out.
Add an egg and another, then a little bit of milk.
So why is this? Is this just inertia? Is it a matter of delivery that Anne has grown into after being in the how-to game for nearly a decade? Now that I've noticed it, I don't hate it. Like, maybe it's just nice to constantly feel as if this Australian mum is calmly watching over my shoulder and patiently explaining what she's doing, even if she's teaching me how to completely burn a brownie mixture in the microwave. Thanks for watching.